It's unknown exactly how many tiaras are in the official British royal collection. However, there are definitely popular choices like the Burmese Ruby Tiara and the Cambridge Lover's Knot, making the rounds as they sit upon the heads of multiple royal women over the last century. However, with the death of Queen Mother, Princess Margaret, and Queen Elizabeth, some of the beautiful tiaras were never worn again. While specific jewels keep reappearing on state banquets like the Strathmore Tiara or the Lotus Flower Tiara, we want you to look at the pieces that are waiting their turn or are doomed to stay at the Windsor walls forever. Let's get straight to our chosen list of royal jewels, and we are starting with the beautiful piece treasured by Queen Mother. The Oriental Circlet Tiara. It's been over a decade since we've last seen the Oriental Circlet, which was a favored piece of the Queen Mother. The delicate Gerard tiara, which is said to have been inspired by existing jewelry in the royal collection, was commissioned by Prince Albert for Queen Victoria in 1853. Although it was initially set with opals, the stones were later changed to rubies and passed into Queen Elizabeth's hands after her mother passed away. Now, the Oriental Circlet Tiara, also known as the Indian Ruby Tiara, contains 2,600 diamonds and 17 rubies featuring 17 lotus flowers based on the arches. After the death of King George VI, the tiara was still in possession of Queen Mother, as it was the most beloved piece. Only after the Queen's passing, Queen Elizabeth II became the new eligible wearer. The late Queen has only worn it a handful of times, with the most noticeable appearance in 2005, when she wore it paired with diamond and ruby accessories over the course of a trip to Malta. 2 years ago, like many jewels, the tiara was passed down to Queen Camilla, who hasn't shown up in this one. Let's wait and see. The Persian Turquoise Tiara. Princess Margaret, the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, was known for her glamorous style and love for jewelry. Throughout her life, she adorned herself with beautiful tiaras that not only suited her status as a royal princess but held a special meaning. However, as time has passed, many of Princess Margaret's tiaras have been forgotten or overlooked, including this Persian turquoise tiara, which actually has one more name: the Triumph of Love Tiara. The tiara is a part of the parure princess received upon her 21st birthday, when the Queen Mother gave her a magnificent parure of turquoise jewels. The original parure consisted of a tiara, a necklace, matching pendant earrings, a large square brooch, and several hairpieces. The headpiece was made by Gerard in the early 1900s, featuring a gold and platinum structure covered in delicate diamonds, completed with the addition of the rare Persian turquoise stones, known for their high quality and symbolism. At some point, it was acquired by Queen Mary, although she isn't known to have ever worn it. Since Margaret died in 2002, it isn't clear whether the tiara now belongs to one of Margaret's children, Earl Snowdon or Lady Sarah Chatto, or whether it was returned to the royal family. Hence, we wonder if we still have a chance to see it again. The Teck Crescent Tiara. One more royal headpiece with a history that is less known to the public is the Teck Crescent Tiara. This tiara was made using a diamond bandeau with 3 roses and 20 individual diamond crescents, inherited by Princess Mary Adelaide, Duchess of Teck, from Princess Mary, Duchess of Gloucester, in 1857. Over the years, it has experienced numerous changes. Gerard put the crescents together to form a headband in 1871, and by 1882, the roses and crescents were combined to create a tiara with 2 rows of diamonds running the length of the base. Later, the tiara's frame was altered, and the 2 rows of diamonds were taken out. But the most important question comes: had any of the royals ever worn the piece after Princess Mary Adelaide? And the answer is yes. At first, the tiara was inherited by Mary's eldest son, Prince Adolphus of Teck, and worn by his wife, Margaret. By 1937, the tiara was seen on Queen Mother, who wore it only once. According to The Queen's Diamonds by Hugh Roberts, this tiara has been loaned to the then Duchess of Cornwall, now Queen Camilla. However, she has never worn it in public. Brazilian Aquamarine Tiara. The Brazilian Aquamarine Tiara must be seen to be believed, which is one of the magnificent pieces Queen Elizabeth has rarely graced in, but now its staggering beauty is kept from our eyes. During the coronation in 1953, Queen Elizabeth II received an abundance of priceless presents, such as a diamond necklace adorned with enormous aquamarines and matching earrings, which were sent to the new British monarch by the Brazilian president and people. Mappin and Webb, located in Rio de Janeiro, created the set, which included a necklace and matching pendant earrings consisting of several rectangular Brazilian aquamarine stones set in platinum and diamond. 9 huge oblong aquamarine stones with a larger drop pendant are part of the necklace. However, to complete the set, the Queen commissioned jeweler Gerard to create a tiara, a wonderful creation with an aquamarine as a focal point that exceeded all other stones of this set. The tiara originally consisted of a bandeau with 3 upright aquamarines. The Queen eventually replaced the central aquamarine upright on the tiara with the large aquamarine pendant that used to hang on the necklace. The necklace pendant was replaced with a smaller stone. One of the Queen's most popular jewels, the Brazilian Aquamarine Perure Tiara, was last worn in 2011 when the Queen visited Australia. The Vladimir Tiara. Of all the dazzling royal tiaras, the Vladimir Tiara has to be one of the most magnificent and priciest, as its estimated worth is around $50 million. It was made for Grand Duchess Maria Pavlovna, wife of Grand Duke Vladimir and aunt of Tsar Nicholas II. However, it was smuggled out and eventually sold by her family to Queen Mary, who sent it for restoration. It is a piece of exquisite craftsmanship, able to be worn in 3 ways: with pearls, with emeralds, or without either, showing off its intertwining circles of diamonds. The emeralds had previously belonged to Indian royalty, but that's another story. The Queen inherited the tiara in 1953, and it has become one of her favorite and most recognizable jewels, especially when worn with the Delhi Durbar emerald and diamond necklace. The Duchess of Sussex is believed to have wished to wear the Vladimir Tiara in 2018, but her request was turned down in favor of Princess Eugenie, the Queen's granddaughter, who was being married later that year. But those rumors turned out to be untrue when Eugenie decided to take on the Greville Emerald Kokoshnik Tiara. It was last seen in 2022 at the summer exhibition in Buckingham Palace, and hence, it never appeared again. The Indian Ruby, Lask, and Pearl Tiara. And finally, one more mysterious tiara leaves us in wonder, as it is destined to stay inside Windsor walls. The Indian Tiara. It is believed that Queen Victoria's opulent ruby tiara originated in India. Affixed to a pearl-rimmed headband, the gold tiara has enameled portraits painted on the inner side of the paisley corona and several rose-cut rubies placed into paisley designs ringed with diamond lasks. Victoria's daughter-in-law, the Duchess of Albany, inherited the Queen's tiara after her death. However, King George V added the tiara back again to the monarchy's Indian collection in 1924 after the royal family regained custody of it. It seems unlikely that a British queen will ever wear the tiara again, yet it is still in the royal collection and leads silent days. There are more jewels we haven't seen since Queen's passing, and we wonder if you want us to feature more of them in the next video. If you liked it, please write down your comments. We want to create more content according to your expectations. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us to become a real jewelry enthusiast. Have a nice day.